Hello, welcome to this video on Bodhicaryavatara, chapter 7, verse 37. As before, I will read it out to you without the text, then I'll bring up the text and read it a second time, and then we'll analyze it. Na praptam bhagavat puja mahotsava sukham maya na krita shasane kara daridrasha na purita. Here's now the text. Na praptam bhagavat puja mahotsava sukham maya na krita shasane kara daridrasha na purita. So, sukham. First it's sukham, this pleasure or happiness. Sukham. Na praptam, not obtained. Happiness has not been obtained. Maya, by me. So which particular happiness is he talking about? This is a compound. It's the Bhagavat Puja Mahotsava Sukham, literally the Blessed One worship great festival happiness. In other words, the happiness that one should find in the great festivals of worship for the Bhagavan, for the Blessed One. So the Sukham, the Utsava Sukha. Utsava is a festival, particularly a public festival, often with a religious overtone. The Maha Utsava is the great festival. A Puja Maha Utsava, which by Sandhi of course becomes Mahotsava, Puja Mahotsava is a worship great festival, so a great festival of puja. Puja of whom? Of the Bhagavan, the Blessed One. That makes its combining form in Bhagavat, so that's why it's Bhagavat Puja. So the Bhagavat Puja Mahotsava Sukham is the Sukham, the pleasure that one should find in the Maha Utsava, the Mahotsava, the great festival of puja, specifically of Bhagavat Puja, of Blessed One worship of the Blessed One. So he's complaining that because of everything he's left undone, he can find no pleasure in this great festival of worship for the Buddha. Nakrita shasane kara daridrasha na purita. So a kara, let me call up my iPad for you. From our very common root kri, we have various verbal nouns from kri, meaning a doing or an action. The very well known one, of course, is karma, and we've got another one which is kriya, and another one is kara. All of these are various ways of forming the verbal noun. There are many more, but here we're looking at kara. Where you have the word kara on its own, it just means, normally means an act or a deed. But in this kind of context, it can specifically mean the acts that one is required to perform as part of a duty. So nakrita, so these kara, it's a masculine noun, so it makes its plural in kara, and kara. So kri then makes its verbal noun, as its sort of past participle in krita. So these kara, na krita, these kara have not been done. And I've just at this moment spotted a typo in the Sanskrit, which I will draw to your attention right now and correct. And the error is that this kara is a masculine noun, makes its plural in karah, so it would have the visarga, but of course the visarga after an ah disappears before the before a voice consonant, so that is correctly not there. However, I have omitted by my error to put the visarga there. So nakrita shasane kara, and it should also be there. And it should also be here. And I'm also going to correct it, of course, here because it's omitted in the Devanagari as well. I'll pause and then do that and then come back to you. Okay, here we are, we're back. You see that I've inserted the visarga there in the Devanagari. There we are. And I've corrected it elsewhere and down here as well. Good, so these kara, these actions, these nakritaha are not done, but not done in respect of what? It's shasane, the shasana means the teaching. Let me give you the iPad again. We have the root shas, from which we have words like the shastra, meaning it's a neuter noun, shastram, shastrani, which are the shastras, which are the ancillary texts to the Upanishads. And we have then the word for a teacher, shasta. That's the one that makes the accusative shastaram. And that's the one that we have that becomes in Pali satta, the teacher. The Buddha was often described as the teacher. So one way of forming the verbal noun from shas is shasana, meaning the teaching of the Buddha here. So nakrita kara, the kara, the acts, the duties, nakrita, have not been done. In what respect? Shasane, in the teaching. Or here it means my duties towards the teaching, towards the dispensation, the doctrine that has been laid down. So it laid down certain duties, and these kara, these duties, nakrita, have not been done, shasane, in respect of the doctrine. Daridrasha napurita. Asha is a hope. Daridra means a poor person. So daridrasha is a poor hope, meaning the hope of a poor person, what a poor person wants. We could almost look at it here as the needs of the poor. So the daridrasha, the needs of the poor, na purita, have not been fulfilled. So we've got the adjective pura, which is cognate with our English word full, and it means full. Purayati as the causative verb, purayati, to make full, and therefore to fulfill. And the past participle of that, as with all these ayati forms, the past participle is just ita, so purita means fulfilled. And it's feminine here, purita, to agree with asha. So daridrasha, the hope of the poor, the wishes of the poor, the needs of the poor, na purita, are unfulfilled. This, by the way, is used as a singular here, daridrasha na purita. So I will read this through once more with the text up, and then without. Na praptam bhagavat puja mahotsava sukham maya na kritah shasane kara daridrasha na purita. And once more, let's try to follow this as I say it. Na praptam bhagavat puja mahotsava sukham maya na kritah shasane kara daridrasha na purita. And that's all for verse 37.